welcome to Ctrl Delete. I'm your host in the control seat, Mitchell Perry, and if this show is basically what happens if QI lost its budget, so welcome to this. On Team Alt is a man currently hosting a pre-Milk It radio show called Strip Nights, and a man who recorded The Power of Duck for Essex TV's Quest of the Future, so I can only assume when they take all their clothes off they make beautiful music together. It's Blake Knight and Scott Appleford. And on Team Delete, a man nicknamed The Tripod, and a man who cannot spell tripod. Tom William and Lou Symes. We begin with our first round, true or false.
I like that.
Yeah, I do as well. I give a true or false statement, and both teams take turns to decide whether it is true or false. First one goes to Team Delete. Yes. There is a syndrome known as Fregoli syndrome, in which your brain tricks itself into seeing everyone with the exact same face. True or false?
Ooh. This is a tough one. This is quite scientific, to be honest. I was expecting something a bit easier. Considering I can't spell a tripod, this is a bit awkward to just throw this one at them. But
yeah, I thought this was going to be directed at us. This is.
You get it afterwards.
They've got the same face, so I could have this syndrome. So
you've got it. That's what it is.
Do they?
So, well, look, they both got the hat and the glasses and the little PR head and the.
His beard is far greater than mine. Yeah. Ever even attempt to be like.
Oh, you got the tash though.
Yeah, but when it gets going, it's more Mexican.
There's not enough Welsh Mexicans in the world.
You know, that oppressed minority of Welsh Mexicans.
Hey, they deserve justice like the rest of the world. You can't discriminate against
the most incomprehensible thing.
Please do not.
Go on, Blake.
See, senor, would you like a cheese toasty?
I can't beat that. That is the one. There we go.
But I genuinely think this could actually be, but then it kind of does have a little bit of discriminatory underlying.
In what way?
In that seeing everyone's the same is just a bit. I don't know.
You think it's very kind of Hitlerish?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that's the best way of describing it. And I was looking at you when I said that, so yeah, it could be very. So, on that note, I think we've spoken true.
I don't know. It's just.
I think true. If it's not true, then Mitch is racist. So is it true?
Well, let's first go over to men with hats.
Forget Alt, or what the team is actually supposed to be called, men with hats.
We'll stick with men with hats then.
Brilliant.
Really? Yeah, I'm trying to imagine it, and it's all just become like a Stanley Kubrick film in my head.
I think this is derived from the film Being John Malcolm. So you've watched that film and if you've watched that film and you've made up a random disease and put some random letters together to make the disease name, or it's a real disease.
What was it called? Frigoli's?
Yes, Fregoli syndrome.
Frigoli's. That's
It's
either.
named after a Mr. Frigoli who was just.
It's either that, or it's what he was making himself for tea last night.
What face would everyone have?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, is
Do
it?
you have a generic face, or do you see like your
Right,
mum's
let's
face on everyone?
Well,
Is that
we could see your face.
just my face on everyone?
I'd love to see your face, but if it's false, Mitch is racist. So.
All right, well, I'm going to go with false.
I'll go with you because let's be different to them.
Okay, false.
It is indeed true. Fregoli syndrome does exist, and it. It's not. So I'm not racist. Jokes aside, I'm not racist. The second truth or false, we'll go to men with hats first.
Okay.
There is a spider known as a happy face spider because it's got a big happy face on its abdomen.
No.
True or false?
This could be the most terrifying thing. It's like,
I'm picturing it and I just feel terrible.
What do you class this out? Is it literally just a childish dot?
No, it's Scott's face.
Is the problem that the guy who found the spider has Frigoli's?
That was a genuinely intellectual, witty comment.
that was
Referential to the thing.
Yeah, well played.
Wow.
Thank you.
I think that deserves a round of applause.
Congratulations, mate.
Have a point. That's the question.
Yeah, I think this is true. I think because I have done that thing a lot where I've sort of been watching stuff and I've accidentally opened a trapdoor and fallen into that dark, mysterious place on YouTube. You lose yourself for hours on end, and I'm pretty sure I've seen something
Yeah, I think
about
it's,
this.
it's not going to be an actual dot smiley face. It's going to be just a design pattern that
I mean,
looks
yeah.
minusculely like it. Like
Yeah.
people see.
I mean, there's enough
Jesus
kind of
Coast. It's not
creepy
really-
spiders out there.
Yeah.
Spiders can't get much creepier than they already are. So I'm going to say face spider exists.
I don't think it's true because that's just ridiculous,
It's a bit
and
silly.
it's one of those things that like some person who has nothing better to do with their Friday nights has just drawn a smiley face. Some sinister little shaky man.
It's
And
just
then
been
one
down
guy,
the spine.
yeah, which does that Tipex, yeah, and then sleeps with it night after night. And so I'm going to say false.
Yeah, false.
Yeah.
It is actually true again. This is a very strange name. The Theridian gralator is a Hawaiian spider, which is a species of stilt walker, if everyone cares. Anyway, nature always throws up very strange and disgusting creatures. I mean, it's got a fish with an invisible skull and no eyes. There's ants that enslave people, and probably most of all, there's Piers Morgan. We move on to our second round, Nerdfest, a series of 10 questions based on whatever comes to mind. We begin with Men with Hats, as I've forgotten your real team's name. First question, what is He-Man's catchphrase?
By the power of Grayskull, isn't it?
Yes.
A genuine moment of all of my references to pop culture are gone.
I should know this. I watch this show. I am a nerd.
Second question, in The Big Lebowski, what is the dude's drink of choice?
I've never seen it.
You've not seen it, it's a White Russian.
It is indeed. What is Goku's brother in Dragon Ball Z called? Stop! Goku.
Goku. Can?
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to make
Right,
a
Goku.
go joke.
No, it's Raditz.
Okay, fair enough.
Rabbits.
Rabbits.
Raditz.
I
As in Radish.
definitely stopped watching the program because I, became an adult for that.
In Back to the Future 2, what car does Biff drive?
Well, in Back to the Future 2, Biff ends up driving the DeLorean.
No, it's a car that he owns. He has some.
So he's like polishing outside the
Yeah, he's-
Yeah. He does drive in Back to the Future 1, but I don't know why. I specifically mentioned Back to the Future 2 because it's very explicitly mentioned what car
Oh,
he
yeah,
drives.
yes, because it's when they go back to the past.
He punches him in the car, doesn't he? The Mind Fly's dad punches Biff in the car because he's.
No, that's a different car, because the car because that's Back to the Future 1, that car is it's Leah Thompson's car. It's a black car, and it crashes into the manure. I can't remember, but only Biff can start it.
Fine, I'm going to go with any old car then. Sedan.
It's a 46 Ford convertible. The last episode of Sherlock, the BBC series, was based on which Arthur Conan Doyle book?
The final problem.
No, the right one.
Well, technically, isn't it the casebook of Sherlock Holmes, and the final problem is in the casebook of Sherlock Holmes.
Yes.
So the story of the final problem, but the book is the casebook of Sherlock Holmes.
Yes, the final problem I will accept.
Okay then, fine.
The episode is called The Right and Back Forward.
It's a good job this round's called Nerdfest, really, isn't it?
Yes.
Actually, I think you're fine.
Actually, I put you down there, boy. Oh.
All right. Who is the most successful country in Eurovision Song Contest?
Let's go back through then.
Like,
Let's think.
please start singing ABBA.
Obviously, ABBA being Finland won it in. What was it?
ABBA at finish.
In my lifetime, what seems to be quite successful has been Russia.
I don't know.
Genuinely, I'm going to go with Russia on the basis that they have a lot of oil. Therefore, people vote for them because they're scared that they're going to lose their oil.
But if you're in the EU, they often go, oh, actually, no, we're not going to support your bill this week because you didn't vote for us in Eurovision.
I'm fully aware.
I'm really good.
I'm really aware how stupid that sounds, but Terry Walden kept harking on about it on the show. It's like, oh, I can't be doing the show anymore.
Terry
It's so
Walden-
political.
Terry Wogan, that well-renowned political commentator.
The Ireland.
What?
Yeah, they're the only country to win it 3 times in a row as well.
Wow.
When was this?
I don't know.
Mitch being Irish, of course, knows that. So.
Yeah. Next question. What is the name of Tom Hanks' character in the Da Vinci Code?
Da Vinci. Vinci.
Doctor
Is it David something? Yeah,
Leatherson.
David Leatherson is what you're going for.
Is that just your answer?
I don't know anymore.
It's actually Dr. Robert Langdon,
Robert Langdon. Langdon.
who played the Ironmonger in Iron Man, the movie.
Oh, it was Jeff Bridges.
Indeed.
Jeff Bridges. Yes.
In the song Flash, who shouts, "Gordon's alive!"
Ah! It's Brian Bless.
At the end of that round, this is the last question. You're currently with 9 points. This one is a multi-point question.
Multi-point question, okay.
Name as many actors who played the Doctor in Doctor Who.
David Tennant. We're going backwards. Christopher Eccleston, Paul McGann, Sylvester McCoy, Colin Baker, Peter Davison, Tom Baker, John Pertwee, Patrick Troughton, and of course starting off with the wonderful Bill Hartnell.
Yes. All of them.
Yeah, all of them.
Hold on. The sixth Doctor, Colin Baker, is currently in the jungle. The theory is that if he starves while in there, he will become Sylvester McCoy.
Thank you, Joe. Very clever. That's quite clever.
Men without hats, it's your turn. What is Mrs. Doubtfire's first name?
Oh, that's a good question, actually. I was going to go Robin, but that seems too obvious. It's something incredibly English, isn't it? English names? Elizabeth.
Let's go Elizabeth.
It's Euphigenia.
Euphigenia.
Euphigenia, don't play her for you, dear.
That's creepy accurate. That's terrifying.
No, I don't mean to scare. You're going to have nightmares about that tonight. Just me going,
Hello there. I see you're lying in bed. How about a glass of warm milk?
that's your face.
Second question, I think. That was a while ago since I asked the first one. What is the organisation Ra's al Ghul controls in Batman Begins?
I haven't seen it, so that's completely lost. So let's
Give me a point.
Wayne Enterprise.
Wait, Wayne Enterprise.
I gave the answer. I still got it wrong.
I wasn't listening.
It's the name of the mall in Back to the Future.
Never seen it, so you get that one.
At the beginning or the end?
Either. If you know both. you
Twin
can-
Pine Malls and then Lone Pine Mall?
Yes, oh, you redeem yourself.
There's something special going on here, Tom. There
How
is.
many
I can
England
see it.
managers has Ipswich produced?
Don't ask me.
The football club rather than people from Ipswich.
Counting the managers Ipswich produced. Recently, Hodgson managed them, Capello as an Liverpool, Sven Eriksson as an. So I'm going to go for 2 because I can't think of any.
Yes, two.
How is football nerdy?
Well, to be fair, he needed one question.
I
was
was
it?
sci-fi stuff.
Yeah, we'll move on then. The ITV series Demons was cancelled after how many series?
Demons.
I think 2. It seems like, well, maybe 3. I think one's one of those sort of programs that would be like really.
I can't.
Oh, one seems too obvious. It can't be one series, surely. So let's go. Should we go?
Should we go 3 then?
3.
It was one series.
Oh,
it was
too
that bad.
obvious.
Sam Tyler is followed by which iconic BBC figure in Life on Mars?
Oh.
What do you mean follow? As in, which is the one who replaced him in Ashes to Ashes?
No, who stalks him in Life on Mars?
Oh,
She appears a lot.
Good question.
I have
I think the girl from the telly thing. The
Yeah.
girl, yeah. She got a name.
No, I will accept your vague
the
description
girl
of the
from the
test card bill.
Yeah.
When the broadcasting ends, there's an image of a little girl and a clown or something.
Yeah.
She constantly
The
talks
test card girl.
in his mind.
No idea.
Who plays the lizard in the new Amazing Spider-Man film?
I don't know.
I feel bad for them.
He's Welsh.
Listen to my accent. It's somebody from my neck of the woods.
There's only one Welsh actor, so that narrows it down.
There's only one who's really big right now.
I'm going to go for Anthony Hopkins.
It's Rhys Ifans. What is the name of the computer on the starship Red Dwarf?
Not seen that.
As you can tell, I'm obviously a massive fan of Red Dwarf, given my history of not liking Doctor Who. So.
Okay, well, it's Holly. And name as many official actors who have played James Bond.
Oh, George Lazenby,
Yes.
Timothy Dalton, Roger Moore, Daniel Craig, Pierce Brosnan, Sean Connery.
You did well.
Well
Well
done.
done.
I redeemed myself from my.
That went moderately well.
For them.
It's time for our third round, Deep Thought.
Don't look at me like that.
This week takes the persona of 3 things that will have a connection in some way. The connection is probably so vague that no one will ever find them, so I'm rewarding points for funny answers or logical connections. After explaining what logical meant to Lewis, I will crack on. 7 boiled eggs, Dutchy original biscuits, and a Bentley. Slash Austin Martin, depending on which one it's a biscuit.
Like the Queen's breakfast.
What the Queen, I don't know.
Most popular royal wedding gifts.
Oh, no.
That was a hell of a shout.
The eggs.
Yeah, I don't know. Who gives eggs?
Is it
Most popular royal
diet?
Easter gifts.
Yeah,
So,
Diet of 7 boiled eggs.
House gets that bum to eat all their Bentleys.
is it, what does Prince Philip smell of?
What did Chris Carey use to cover up?
Eggs, Duchess, and...
Why do you need the eggs and the biscuits? You've got a Bentley. How big is he?
Doesn't want to get the penis on the belly.
Yeah,
I'm a lot less funny than.
How long was it before we mentioned penises then? They're all things Prince Charles has been asked about on his official website. He was accused of
He
having...
has an official website.
Yes, the princeofwales.org.
Who goes on that?
Nutbags who want to know about eggs.
I really like the idea he's got like a MySpace or a Pixo website.
He's got Tumblr.
The Queen.
Here's me and...
Charles in the mirror, like.
It's me going to the Royal Wright.
I got a totally new haircut, isn't it though?
Isn't it though? Isn't it though? Yes.
References.
Mummy's still alive. Sad face.
That was a good joke, Blake. Well done. You got it.
Continue on to our last round then.
That's round.
Which is Control V, as Blake finally understood. And we steal around, and we've stolen Nevermind the Buzzcocks' last lines. So I'm going to let you decide between yourselves who wants to go first.
We'll let them go first.
Oh, really?
We're probably. I think we're winning without being.
Yes, they are.
There's we probably should go first. As on Buzzcocks.
Set the precedent.
Yes, right. There's antimonium, arsenic, aluminum, selenium, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and rhenium.
Something.
Something Enium.
It's Tom Layer.
Yes, it is Tom Layer, the Elemental song. It's anicium, neodymium, neptunium, geranium, anion, curtium, ruthium, and uranium. This is the tale of Captain Jack Sparrow.
This is the tale of Captain Jack Sparrow.
Is
Pirates
set
on
sail on the 7 Seas or the Ocean Blue?
Pirates
One
so
of them.
brave on the 7 seas,
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
accept.
Yes.
Go on now, go.
Walk out the door.
Yep.
Okay. Sure.
I know you're gay.
He's just saying.
I didn't know myself.
How can you say that? We've only just met. David Hasselhoff jump in my car. There's a lady who's sure that all that glitters is gold, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. Let's happen.
Oh, I don't
No,
know.
we'd never have gotten that.
Love the kind you clean up with the mop and bucket.
You're a musician. I have a radio show. We should be better at this.
Like the last catacombs of Egypt, only God knows where we stuck it, the Bloodhound Gang. You drive me crazy. Blake. But no,
Do you know that one?
What?
Is that I Just Can't Sleep or something? Is that the
Yeah. Oh, he's got it. I just can't sleep.
Britney Spears?
Yeah.
I just can't sleep is our answer.
You should be ashamed of that. I'm just telling you, that is nothing to be proud of.
Give me my record on this show so far.
We'll continue. You would not think to look at him that he was famous long ago.
Look at Gary Glitter now.
For playing the electric violin on Desolation Row, Bob Dylan.
Oh God, Bob Dylan.
Don't need money, don't need fame.
Oh, yes.
You
Shut your face. Don't need no credit cards to ride this train.
Yes, Huey Lewis and the News, the power of love.
You're taking so long.
Don't you forget
I was
about
singing
me.
it.
Don't you forget about me.
Don't.
Forget about me.
Forget about me.
Come on, Eileen.
Come on, Eileen.
I thought I'd end it on this one because no one knows.
Come out with me.
Because once you've come on Eileen,
I
that's it.
swear, well he means. I had to Google that. No one else knew exactly where it
It's
is.
just, yeah, come on,
I played that on the first ever episode of my radio show, and even when it was playing, then come on, Eileen.
Yeah. Well, that's the end of your question. You did.
The actual words.
It might as well
He's
be.
a lot older now.
It is Dexy's Midnight Runners. That's all he sings now.
Well, the Midnight Runners have quit now. So
Yeah, it's
Dexy
just
by himself.
Dexy's. It's Dexy's.
So depressing. And we'll move on to your again.
How do we do?
I don't know. We begin when I begin. The dinosaurs all met their foot. They tried to leap, but they were late. And they all died. They froze their asses off. The Birkenhead Ladies, the Big Bang theme. If you like making love at midnight on the dunes of the Cape, then I'm the love that you've looked for. Write to me in Escape. Julie Buffett, Escape. Or also known as the Pina Colada song. Took her to a supermarket. Joel, I'm looking at all these now. I'm just thinking, geez,
Try it at least.
Just try, give us a chance.
Alright. To an optometrist, the man with a golden eyeball. Tighten your buttocks, pour juice on your chin. It's the Avalanche's Frontier Psychiatry. How the courage within your heart soars. No, not again. But all I'd be thinking is how I'd be loving them big titties of yours. Steve Lynch, hallelujah. Women like puzzles. Because prior to 1920, neither had the right to vote.
So I was going to make a squeaky little joke there, but I thought I'm not going to bother.
Men and women born. No. No income tax, no VAT.
No money back, no guarantee.
You have to do
That's
that.
what ritual prices at a score.
I can be your hero, baby.
I can kiss away the pain.
No, well, that's
I
correct.
can stand by you forever. You can take my breath away.
I'm going to take a given that Tom's never going to do this show again.
I don't think it's.
Is it bad if that's the only song the guitar can play?
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Last one, because this is torture. Girls who love boys.
You like boys, you like girls, you like girls. Oh, I should be someone you really love.
That was Blur, Girls and Boys.
That was a beautiful rendition of that song. Well,
Really was.
Well, I can say without doubt that men with hats have won. As prize for winning,
Oh dear.
you win the incredibly deflated duck. Rubber duck.
No!
I believe if
Don't
you.
rub it too hard.
Wow.
I actually just found it lying on the street. I don't know who leaves a rubber duck just lying around. I'm going to hell.
That was referencing to other stuff they do here.
nice.
Can
I'm
I
going
just
to
have
let
my
you have it because you answered far more correct than I did.
Oh well, I feel honoured, and this is dedicated to ducks everywhere. So thank you. Thank you very much.
I just like to say, from making that reference, I know I'm going to hell. I apologise for all the rubber ducks, all of them everywhere. And I think we shall wrap up, unless you've got any final comments, gentlemen.
This went on for far too long.
Yeah.
Ctrl Delete to stop responding. We need to close down. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Before we stop,
No. No.
Oh, look at me, I'm Mitch. I speak a good northern accent. I think I can do everything better. Bring back the old host. Everyone lost his hair.